Don't forget to click on subscribe and also click that little bell icon so that you never miss any of our content.
Hi guys, welcome back to Geeks Wargaming.
Well, I need to tell you, do not adjust your YouTube settings. There is actually two of us.
There is. So today guys, we're going to be bringing you the first of our Lord of the Rings battle reports. This is something that we've wanted to do for a while. Both myself and my brother Dave will be going to the Throne of Skulls at Warhammer World in December. If you are going to that, we look forward to seeing you guys there. It's going to be a 1,000 points game today. I'm going to be using my Iron Hills.
And I'm using Isengard.
It's going to be quite an interesting matchup. So hopefully guys, we're going to have a quick look at the armies and we'll get started.
Okay guys, this is my 1,000 points of Isengard. If we take a quick look over here, you can see that I have Vrasku leading a unit of crossbowmen. The next attachment I've got is the Shaman and Berserkers. All on his lonesome, we have Ugluk. The main man himself, Saruman, with Grima Wormtongue and some fighting Uruk-hai. We also have Lurtz, which is leading a banner, fighting Uruk-hai, and an Uruk-hai tribe.
So here is my 1,000 points Iron Hills and Lake Town Survivors list. So starting down this end, we have an Iron Hills captain on Goat Chariot. In his warband, there are 8 Iron Hill dwarfs with spears and shield. My main warband is led by Dane with 9 Goat Riders, 3 Iron Hills with crossbows, and 3 Iron Hills with mattocks. Warband number 3 is Gandalf the Gray, and warband number 4 is Bilbo, Master Burglar. The game will begin. Armies are set. The scenario is to the death. We have advanced always forward and done our deployments. And now the all-important priority roll for the first turn. Dave has a 6, I have a 1. Dave gets Isengard turn. Any heroics, Dave?
No.
So on to movement.
Try and get those into base contact. Pikes are always interesting.
We should be right back as soon as Dave has completed the rest of his moves. The Isengard force has now finished its movement. We're going to go to the Iron Hills movement. To speed this up guys, I'll move up the rest of the army and we'll get back to you as soon as it. Iron Hills have finished moving. The tricksy Grima Wormtongue, couldn't find him for a second, is starting to move up alongside Dane. We're going to be moving now into the Isengard Shooting phase. During the movement phase, Gandalf decided not to cast any magic and just follow the warband of the Iron Hills.
Having moved in the movement phase, the only thing I've got to shoot with is my crossbows, and they really cannot shoot when they move, so no shooting from me.
It's a big sigh of relief for me. I shall be still able to fire with my Chariot, though my crossbows did move, so the same penalty, cannot fire. So I'll be going over to my shooting now. I'm going to be going to the Iron Hill shooting. We're going to be firing the wonderful Chariot. We'll check the arc to make sure he's in perfectly there. So we're going to be firing into the shots into the fighting Uruk-hai. So I get D6 shots, just the 1, hitting on 4s. It's a 4, needing defense 6.
Defense 6 with a shield.
So are we needing 5s to wound?
Oh,
nothing at all on this one.
Awesome.
So that was a very ineffective shooting phase, but fear not, we'll go into the next priority phase, and as soon as that is determined, we'll go into movement. It's another 1 from me. Dave just steals it on a 2. Dave, do you have any heroic actions this turn?
No, I don't actually, no.
No, I'm not going to do any heroics myself. So guys, we'll come back to you once Dave has finished his movement. Over to you, Dave. So Dave has just about finished his movement. The last models to move is his Shaman and Saruman. So I think Shaman is going to cast Fury.
Yeah, he's going to use a might point and he's going to channel Fury.
Fantastic. So do you want to come into your Fury?
Yeah, so my lovely Fury casts on a 6.
Fantastic. And Saruman?
Saruman, I think, is going to immobilise the Chariot. He's going to use his free will point this turn.
Okay.
And it casts on a 2. Cast on a 3.
I will be attempting to resist that. I could really do with keeping him alive and moving.
Pray for a low roll.
It's a 2. I will use a point of might. Do I need to, is it equal or beat? Equal.
I believe it's equal, yes.
So yeah, I'll use a point of might and this point of will and resist that power. We are back after an explosive movement phase from the Iron Hills. Having avoided the immobilised, the Chariot ploughed through 4 of the Uruk-hai, leaving only 1 left just slightly out of range, and that the Goat Riders have actually moved into combat with some more fighting Uruk-hai, not quite enough to get in with the Isengard Troll. The rest of the Goat Riders have positioned themselves into a more of a defensive position, just in case that combat goes awry. Gandalf again choosing not to use any of his magical powers. Whether that will come back to bite him, we shall see. The crossbowmen have not moved, eyeing up their rivals across the battlefield. The Mattocks have started to make a move towards Grima. I know I can't strike him to kill him, but I might be able to surround him and keep him away from Dane. So, with that, we're over to the Isengard Shooting. Where are we starting, Dave?
I think we will start with Alerts himself.
Okay.
Drawing a line at the Chariot.
Fantastic.
So, he hits on a 3. No, so, shall I use a might point? I'm going to use a might, take a risky shot.
I like it.
So, he requires 6s, I believe, because your defence...
The Chariot's defence 8.
Yeah, so 6s. No.
No joy. So that is alerts fired. We're going over to the crossbowmen now.
Yeah, crossmen here are going to draw a line at those Goat Riders, I think.
Nice.
So, first of all, I have 9 of those. Let's just make sure they're all within range. I'm sure they are at 24, but just for accuracy. Yeah. So, 9 crossbowmen. These guys are hitting on 4s. So if I take out the misses...
That's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, that's not too bad at all, is it?
So you're going to hit the Goat Riders or the Goat?
So let's see. Is it 1, 2, 3?
Goat, 4, 5, 6 Rider.
So we have 1 on the Goat. The others are Riders.
Nice.
So on the Goat itself.
No, Goat survives.
And what do I need to wound the Riders?
They'll defend 6.
So I believe that's 5s. Yeah, it's 5s. Nothing.
1 cock dice.
No, nothing
No,
there.
at all. So,
Of course, at the end of that, I also have Rasku in the middle here.
ooh,
He fires 2 shots. He's hitting on 3s.
1 hit, 1 not. He's going to use point
He's going to
might.
use a point of might.
Dave burning through his might.
Wow. You only live once. So, Goats or Riders? Goats.
Both Goats.
1 Goat.
Or I will do a Throne Rider check and I shall come back to you with Iron Hills Shooting. Having remembered before we go into that, we do actually have some fighting down here from my wonderful Goats. So, the first thing we need to check is the 2 guys we've gone into combat with. On a 5 up, they are knocked down before the fight even begins. 1 is not prone, 1 is not.
It's lying down.
So we're going to start, it was...
My priority.
So where do you want to start?
We'll start with this combat here, I think.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
So, I have the 3 guys there.
Cool. I did charge, so I get an extra one. So
6 is my highest.
Dave wins that fight. He'll knock back my goat rider. Are you targeting the goat or the rider?
I'm going to try and take out the rider, I think.
Okay.
So I'm needing
6.
So I'm needing 5, sorry. One of them.
He does, so he brings down another one of my goat riders. So into the next fight, which I believe is 1-on-1.
Yeah, but I'm prone.
So you can still roll, but obviously
Yep.
if you do win, you don't win the fight. I do. Oh, he's gone for a 6 again. I've also got a 6. I am fight value 4.
So am I.
So 1, 2, 3, evil. 4, 5, 6, good. It's evil.
So let's push that goat rider back. But I won't get to get any strikes against him.
Nope, not this turn. So that is all of our combat. We shall be back with priority and first moves. So we are back in now for priority for the next round. Oh, it's a big 6. I needed that. I needed that so badly. Dave, any heroics?
It's very tempting to get a bit. Oh, I don't know. I'm very tempted to call a heroic march with Ugluk because he could possibly drag those guys along with him. Is that right?
Yeah. That could be interesting. It's your choice. If you do, it will force me to use one to try and get a heroic move in before you.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
So Dave is going to try and use his might point and do a heroic march. My chariot is actually going to try and counter that. Or do I not? Decisions. I think with Grima being within 6, if I try and call heroic move, it's going to cost me 2 might points.
It is, yes, yeah.
So it's going to have to be the chariot. The chariot will call an heroic move. We should be right back with the result. So we're back. The foam rider check was successful. Landed on his feet and is raring to go. We're going to go over now into some shooting. So we've got 3 of the Iron Hills crossbows. They're going to be taking, they're in range against their counterpart, the Isengard crossbowmen. So hitting on 4s. That is not a single one. That is not a good start. We're going to go over now to the Chariot. The Chariot is going to take aim at Ugluk. So he has D6 shots. 4 shots. These are also hitting on 4s. Just the 2. These are strength 4, the defense of Ugluk.
He is defense 5.
That 5 might have done it.
Certainly has.
So, are we going to take the wound or fate point it?
I'm going to fate point it. Do you mind if I use one of your dice?
Yeah, knock yourself out.
So. Yes.
Makes it.
So, I'll knock that fate point off.
And we shall sort out priority and into the next turn. So we are back. Dave has rethought his plans with Ugluk, and he's going to also try and go for heroic moves. So we'll spend a point of might each. That will deplete my might off my chariot, which is not too bad. But now, as we both called heroic move, I will now roll to see whose heroic move moves first. So 1, 2, 3, evil. 4, 5, 6, good. Oh, it would be a cock dice off the Matic. It's a 3, so evil will move before good. So, where will they go? So obviously this is going to be Ugluk and how many?
It's within 6, so it'll literally be those guys as well.
Ugluk and the Berserkers. Anything this side going to be moving with him?
Yes, I think I'm going to drag some Uruk-hai into that chariot as well.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get Dave to do his heroic move. Then I'll activate my heroic move and finish my moves, and then finish on for Dave's. But rather than film all that, guys, and confuse you, we'll be back once we finish all the movement. So we're back. All of my Iron Hills have now moved. We're just going to move Gandalf up, who's going to attempt to Sorcerer's Blast that Berserker. So it's on a 5. It's a 4. I'm not going to use a point of mind at this stage. So his failed Sorcerer's Blast. it's going to Dave now to finish the rest of his movement. So the legions of Isengard descend upon the Iron Hills. Right guys, Dave has done his movement. The Isengard forces are really closing in now on the Iron Hills. Dave has moved Saruman up. He's going to attempt to immobilise the Chariot again. He's using one of his free will store and one of his natural.
So on a 2.
Oh, straight all the way across. One's a 1,
and one's
a 3, so he's got it off. I have no will to defend against it. So my Chariot captain is indeed immobilised. With that, we shall move over to some shooting from the Iron Hills and be right back. Right guys, into the Iron Hill shootings. We've got 3 Iron Hill dwarfs taking their shots against their Uruk-hai counterparts. 4s needed. Only one. And of that, I will be needing 5s to wound. Still nothing. The shooting not going great for the Iron Hills. Over to the Isengard shooting.
Okay then guys, it's over to my shooting. I'm going to use Vrasku and his crossbowmen. The crossbowmen will fire first at the goat riders. So for these, I'm needing 4s to hit. So if I take away misses...
That's pretty good. Pretty damn good.
Now I'm going to roll to see if I'm hitting goats or riders.
That's quite a few spare splits.
So it's a nice even split. 5s for the goats. 2 of which. And
throwing rider checks.
The riders, 1 of which.
Oof.
Then of course I've got Vrasku. Vrasku fires 2 shots, hitting on a 3. 1 hit. Goat. No, it's the rider. I was expecting to get a goat then, I'm telling you. So let's see if we can dethrone him. No.
Right guys, that is all of the Isengard shooting. I'm going to work out these thrown rider checks and we should be right back with an absolute storm of combat. Moving into combat now guys, so we're starting off with this nice little mess. It actually looks like a lot of models are in combat, but actually the only ones that are is this pikeman, this Uruk-hai, and these 2 dwarven spears. So there's going to be a 2-on-2. 4 is my highest.
3 is mine.
Oh, he actually takes this one. That's the first fight I've won. So I'll knock these guys back. Attempt to strike him. I am strength 4.
I'm defense 6.
5s indeed. Oh, he brings one down. That is the first casualty. I, of course, is the Chariot. That's a 5 Uruk-hai. That is exceptional. So we're going to move now into the Chariot. So that is the next big combat. So the Chariot is the next one. It's just, so it's going to work out, I've got 5. What have you got on yours, Dave?
I've got 3 berserkers. I've got 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, and then we've got Ugluk and Lurtz.
And Lurtz.
Yeah, Ugluk and Lurtz. So those guys have got 3 attacks each, I think. I'm just double checking my trusty codex cheat sheet. 3 and 2.
Okay, so just move this into a nice area. We can see some dice rolling. It's going to be here. So now we're going into the Chariot combat. I will set the tone. So 6 is my highest. The pressure now is really on Dave.
So doing my normal standard warriors first, I get a 6. And then we have Lurtz with a 4. And then finally Ugluk with a 3. So my highest is a 6.
And the fight value of that model?
4.
So I am fight value 5, which means I would win. Or would you like to spend might on Lurtz for that 4 to make it a 6?
I'm going to make it a 6.
So the Chariot has lost. Well, the Chariot has. What's the fight value of Lurtz?
Fight value of Lurtz is a 5.
So it's the same as my captain. So it'll be 1, 2, 3 evil, 4, 5, 6 good wins. Even if I do win this roll, I still cannot attempt to strike him. It was a 1. It's evil. So all the pain is coming now to the chariot. Let's work out how much damage. So where do you want to start?
Should we do just the Uruk-hai warriors first of all?
Yeah.
So I've got 4 of those dudes. What's the defense of your chariot?
8.
So I need 6s, is it? So I've got 2 Uruk-hai there, 2 Uruk-hai there.
Strength 4.
Just double check.
Defense 8 is indeed 6s.
6s. There's
So
one there.
4 wounds left on the chariot.
We'll do Lurtz.
Nothing coming from...
Nothing from Lurtz. Ugluk. Come on, Ugluk.
Does Ugluk want to spend a point of mind?
He is going to spend a point of mind.
And it's a 2nd wound on the chariot.
And then, of course, we have some lovely berserkers. The berserkers themselves.
These were going single-handed, weren't they?
These were going single-handed, yes, yeah. These are strength 4 as well.
Maybe 6s.
One more.
So that's 3 wounds off the chariot.
Yep.
2 left. It's quite battered. So, moving into the next fight. It's going to be a 1-on-1 Spearmen versus
And Uruk-hai
Uruk-hai.
warrior.
4 is my highest.
5 for me.
The dwarf is not back. He's only defense 6.
So, strength 4.
6s.
And I typically roll out a shot by a 1 there.
So now moving on to the next one, the fight, which is a goat rider who has charged. So on a 5-up, I will knock down the person before I make him prone. I do. Wonderful shot of the horse. So he's already prone. So I have done my attacks against him. So 4 dice to set the number. The number is 6.
And which is this combat?
This is that one.
That one there? Sorry, I moved that one away. So,
I am 5 value 4.
I am 5 value 4.
So Dave's going to roll 1, 2, 3 evil, 4, 5, 6 good. It's 4, it's good. So I charged on strength 5, you are defense 6.
Defense 6, yeah. So it's 4s.
Nothing, but he is down, he is prone. So on
not
to
that guy down.
So on to the fight of the century. We have the Isengard troll against 2 beautiful Iron Hill goats. So as he is a more than strength 5 and a large monster, I can't attempt to knock him down, but I did charge. So Dave's going to set the number.
5.
The number is 5. Can I get a wonderful 6? Oh, I can't. What is your 5 value?
7.
Oh my god, it's 5 by 7. So both of my goats have been knocked back. Dave, what can you do? They are defense. You can swing for the goats or the riders. It is your
I'm going to
choice.
swing for the riders with strength 7.
Oh, I'm only defense 6.
That's 4s for me. And with that, I get 3.
It brings down both goat riders. And that draws an end to the combat. So we should be right back with priority and the next priority. I'll set the tone. The tone is a 4.
Mine goes over the wall and it's a 2.
So, Dave, any heroics?
I am tempted to call a heroic move with Ugluk.
Okay. I am going to call a heroic move with Gandalf.
Right.
So I can activate the chariot to move if I win the roll off. So point by off Gandalf. I have priority, so I will roll 1, 2, 3 evil, 4, 5, 6 good. It is a 5, so good will be activating first. So guys, I'll be right back when we'll have sorted out this giant ball of combat. So the movement is done. We've done our heroics. We've moved in. The last model to move was Saruman, who's going to attempt to immobilise the Chariot captain. He's gone with...
So I'm going to use one might, sorry, not one might, one will, in addition to my free will. So I get 2 dice, needing 2s.
That is a big 6 and a 3. Again, I have no will store left, so my Chariot is indeed immobilised. So, over to my shooting. So we've got 3 crossbowmen against the might of Isengard. So 3 dwarf crossbowmen, needing 4s. That is much better. Where were you a few turns ago? So, strength 4, defence
5. So 5.
5s. Oh, one crossman is brought down finally by the might of the Iron Hills. Unfortunately, the Chariot is immobilised, so I cannot fire with him. So it will be over to the crossbows of the Uruk-hai. Where are they going to go, Dave?
I'm going to actually fire back at the crossbow of yours.
Ooh, okay,
So I now have 8 crossbowmen. They're just there. They're going to fire across back, return some fire at those pesky little dwarves. Hitting on 4s.
That's good again. Your whole crossbow.
So they're exceptionally good. So they are hits. These are strength 4. Your defence is
6. Yeah, 6.
Defence 6, is it?
I'm pretty sure.
It's 5s anyway, so 5s. Only 1.
I will bring one of my crossbowmen down.
However, I do have Rasku hiding in the ranks. He fires 2 shots, hitting on 2s. So with that, 2 hits. I'm then going to need to roll the same again. 5s to wound. So another 1.
There goes a second of my 3 crossbows.
Woohoo!
The struggle is real. And with that, I believe that is all of our shooting done.
It certainly is.
So it is my priority, so I'm going to choose where my combat starts. We're going to come back down to this massive melee. We're going to go in one-on-one to start. So 1 spearman, 1 Uruk-hai. I've set the target at 3.
And I get a 3 as well.
Wow.
5 value 4.
I'm also 5 value 4. So it is my priority. So it'll be 1, 2, 3 evil, 4, 5, 6 good. It's good. It's very good. So
Pushing me back.
On a 5 to kill him. That's still not there. So moving on to the next fight. The next fight is 2 spearmen on 1 pikeman.
So I'll set the bar at a 3.
The bar is definitely set at 3. The dwarves answer with a mighty 6.
Ouch, knocking him back. He's only defence 5.
I am strength 4.
So you're still needing 5s.
And again nothing.
Ooh,
A 2 and a 1. That is just outrageous. So we're going to move on to the next fight, which is 2 spearmen against a Uruk-hai and a pike. I will set the bar on a 4. Big 4 from me.
See what I can get. We get a 5.
Well,
So let's push those dwarves back.
that does make a difference. He is at the front, defence 7.
Wow, defence 7, really?
He is indeed.
Okay, so I'm going to need 6s. Let's see if we get those lovely Eye Saurons. No, we don't.
Nothing on those. So into the next combat along. The next combat along is 2 spearmen against a single Uruk-hai. Dave, you'll
I'll
set
set the bar at a low 2.
2.
Oh, with a double 1. So I push that little dwarf back 1. That's it. Let's see if we can cut him down. Defense 7 again.
He is indeed.
6s. No, with a 2.
Wow. So moving along now into the Chariot. So this is going to be an important role for the Chariot. If I do win this fight, it does mean that I will not be able to strike, but I will survive another turn. My highest is a 4. Who are we rolling for first?
So we're going to roll for alerts first. He gets a 6.
And that's it. There's no need to roll for any others, as Dave has already beaten my score of a 4. So with only 2 wounds left on the Chariot, is Dave going to try and take it out?
So we'll do Lurtz again. Let's see if Lurtz can fell him. I need 6s, is that right?
Defense 8, so yeah, 6s.
No.
Nothing. Any might left?
I believe he's all mighted out. Let's just double check. I have a notepad here. It's always worthwhile having a notepad when playing Lord of the Rings or Middle-earth strategy battle games. He is all mighted out.
Okay.
So then it's just the rest of my dudes. So, leading 6s. Oh, no!
That is nothing. No wounds from those guys. So this is going to be an interesting one next turn. If I can do the unthinkable and get priority again, I should be able to get a nice swing into these and try and drive through. So the next combat is a fallen Go Rider against a single Uruk-hai.
Yep.
I'll set the bar at 5. It's a big number. Can Dave beat it?
Not on a 1.
It's a 1. So we'll knock him back. Can I cannot bring him down on a 2. So this is going to be a very, very important combat. We've got 3 Goat Riders, of which 1 charged, 2 didn't, against the Isengard Troll and an Isengard Warrior. So this is big. So we've got 2 dice for that guy, 1 dice for him, and then we're going to go all green for Dane. Yeah, all green for Dane. All green.
So, just out of question, how are we rolling for this? Because it's got the Isengard Uruk-hai in there as well as the
So
troll.
what I want to do is we're going to split these off. So we're going to do Dane and 1 Goat Rider against the Isengard Troll.
Yep.
And then it'll be a single Goat Rider against
Awesome.
Uruk-hai. So it'll be 5 from Dane and the charging Goat Rider. You of course are fight value 7. Dane is only fight value 6.
I'll try and set the bar, shall I? We get a 6.
Wow. I should have gone for Heroic Strike. That should have been what I went for.
Yeah, definitely.
But I lose that fight, so I'm not back without rolling a single dice. Dave.
So I, as I said before, am a mighty strength 7. What's your defence?
Who are you targeting?
I'm the target Dane.
So your defence 8.
Oh, so we've got 5s for that. And we get 1.
I will take that wound. Taking down to 2 wounds.
Yep.
That's fine. So we're ending the final combat of this round with a single Goat Rider against a single Uruk-hai. 2 is my highest.
And I get a mighty 4.
So the Goat Rider's pushed back.
See if I can fell him on a 6. No.
That's a 1. So that ends the combat of this. We'll have a quick check to make sure our forces are not broken. I need to be taken down to 14. So that is not quite there yet. Dave, you need to be taken down to...
Yeah, I need to be taken down to 14 for courage test as well.
So we should be right back with the priority roll and the next turn. Priority roll going into the next turn. 3 is my highest.
4 is mine.
Well, I think I'm going to have to call a heroic move with Gandalf, who has probably been positioned out. Actually, it's pointless. I positioned him outside of the Chariot, so it'll be just Dave's standard move. We shall be back as soon as Dave has finished his standard moves and see where we move into the Iron Hills movement. So Saruman, the last to move on Dave's side, he's going to use a 3-point of will from his staff and 1 from his pool to try and mobilise the Chariot again. He's done it. He's done it. So it's now up to the Iron Hills to counter this movement and see where we come back in a few seconds. So Iron Hills movement is done. Gandalf has come into combat and everything else seems lined up. So we're going to go straight now to the Uruk-hai shooting. The crossbows trying to take out the final bit of dwarven crossbow left. So they'll be hitting on 4s. That's not bad, not bad. Dave was earlier debating splitting the attacks. think that would have been a disastrous idea if you had.
Yeah, might have peppered the back of the Isengard troll a little bit.
It would have been quite brutal. So yeah, into
See if
this.
I can win with these. 5s. 3.
Wow. So yeah, he is very, very dead. And with that, that does deny me any shooting. So we will be coming back, going straight into combat where Dave wants to start. So we're coming back in now for combat with Dave. He's starting with the Isengard troll against Dane. Dave's going to set the bar.
With a 6.
Oh! And again, I forget to say heroic strike. That is disastrous. So Dane is knocked back.
But it is all a learning curve for the Throne of Skulls. So
It is.
all
So
helps.
2 more wounds remaining with him. So Dave, do you want to strike him?
Yeah, strength 7.
Defense 8.
5s. 1.
I will attempt to save that with a fate point. And I do.
She does.
He's down to 2 fate. So, moving now across. We're going to be 1 Goat Rider against 1 Uruk-hai.
Okay, setting the bar with a 1.
Oh, the Uruk-hai. He wins, and I will win the fight on a 4, which is nice. We'll knock him back. I didn't charge, so he isn't knocked to the ground. But he is dead, and that is the important thing. He is dead on a 6. That is lovely. Moving across now to 1 on 1 foot. Spearmen, which is the dethroned Dwarf Warrior against an Uruk-hai.
I'll let you set the bar.
On a 3.
And my return attack comes in at a 3.
Wow, we are both fight value 4. So 1, 2, 3 evil, 4, 5, 6 good. It is a 1. Evil wins.
Pushing
He's
him back.
Only defense 6 as he has no shield.
I love how you say only there. Only defense 6. Needing 5s. Oh, yes, I get a 6.
That's the old telltale one. So, does Dave want to go next for the Chariot combat or the Bannerman?
Let's do the Chariot combat.
Okay.
So we'll start with Lurtz. Setting the bar with a 5.
That's interesting.
So highest roll so far is a 5. I then have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more dice to roll.
The Berserkers going single-handed.
They are going single-handed.
Fantastic.
6 is actually my highest from a standard warrior.
The captain and crew. The best I can muster is a 5. He's out of might. He will lose this one. He has only 2 wounds left. Dave,
Let's see if I can fell him. So we'll start with Lurtz. Let's get Lurtz under the way. So, needing 6s. There's 1 there.
Oh, he's down to 1 wound. This is big.
And then 6 Uruk-hai warriors.
Also needing 6s. That's
2 more
it.
there.
That brings him down. That brings him down. So, we're going to move across. We're going to move across and have a look at the carnage itself. So,
I'll tell you what, the carnage itself is happening off camera.
That's it.
Currently the trees are
the
dying.
trees are exploding.
Yeah, maybe ants are
So-
bursting out or something.
We're now moving into the next batch of combats. That was a massive blow to the Iron Hills, losing the Chariot. Not as effective as it has been in previous games, but still quite impressive. So we're going to move now into 2 Spearmen against an Uruk-hai and Pikeman. I will set the bar. With a 6.
I don't think
Lovely.
you just set the bar. I think you are the bar.
I am the bar.
Yeah.
So, strength 4. Defense.
Defense 6, so it's 5s.
It brings down another Uruk-hai. So moving now on along the line, 2 more Spearmen against a single Uruk-hai.
Yeah.
6 again. This
Ouch.
is big.
I got a 2.
Dave can only answer with a 2. Again a 5. That brings down another Uruk-hai.
This is painful.
It is beautiful to watch. The next along the line is a single Spearman against a single Uruk-hai. 5 is my highest.
2 is mine. I'm going to change my dice.
I didn't kill him on that one. So So he is knocked back. So we have 3 Spearmen and Gandalf against 1 Uruk-hai and 2 Pikes. So we'll do the 3 Spearmen to set the bar. They have massively set it at 6.
I got a 6-2.
Oh, so Gandalf. All on Gandalf. Gandalf has a single attack. And rolls a 2. So
Strong combat.
it is. So we're going to be 1, 2, 3 evil, 4, 5, 6 good.
No, I think you should roll an evil dice. I really do.
I think you should roll. I think you should roll the one.
No, because I'm going to roll it. Okay, I'll roll. Here we go, guys. Let's see. It's me!
Oh,
Woo!
evil wins. That's a combat I did not want to lose. So, who do you want to strike at, Dave?
Gandalf.
He's going to go all 3?
Yeah.
So all 3 striking against Gandalf. Gandalf, of course, is defense 5.
So 5s it is. None.
Nothing.
2 4s.
So,
But no 5s.
with that brings then to another round. We shall do a recount, make sure everyone is all together, and then we'll book into priority. So, going into priority again, Ed with a 3.
I got a 6.
Dave with a 6. And there is no heroic I want to call. So, I'm going to let Dave do his movement, and we'll see where we are when we get back. So, Dave has moved. Isengard Troll into Dane, pinning down the rest of my scattering forces. Saruman takes aim to Sorcerous Blast this single dwarf at the back. So he's gone 1 and 1 from his free will.
Yep, needing 2s.
2s.
Yep.
He gets it. The model will go back D6 inches. Do you want to roll see how far he
Yep.
goes back?
3.
He's going at 3 and takes a strength 3 hit. Defense
Strength 3, defense
7.
7, is it? So I need 6s. Nope.
Nope. So he'll move back 3 inches and we go over to the Iron Hills movement. So into the only shooting of the phase, which will be Dave's Uruk-hai, shooting into the Dane.
Yeah, I'm going to take a risky shot, I think. We're going to do Vrasku.
Rasky starting.
Yeah, he's got 2 shots and he's got heroic accuracy. So I'm going to expend one of his might point. And we shall roll. Hitting on 3, sorry. 1 hit.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. I choose the path, which will be into your Isengard Troll. 4, 5, 6. So you hit Dane. You do indeed hit Dane. So Dane is defense 8. And has 2 wounds left.
So 6 as it is. No. How many wounds does an Isengard Troll have? He has only 3, so is it worth? Oh, it's very risky. No, I'm not going to bother with the rest of the shooting, just Vrasku there.
Okay, so the shooting over. We're going to go into my shooting, which I have 0 shooting remaining. So we're going to go into combat, as it is indeed David's priority. Where would you like to start, Dave?
We're going to start over with the Isengard Troll.
So, Dane, and that's a start. This is going to be interesting.
Set the bar with a 3.
This could just be the moment Dane was looking for.
It
This
certainly
is
was.
indeed. So, strength 5.
Defense of an Isengard Troll. Now he has a standard defense of 8. He has a shield.
8.
Yes.
So, strength 5.
6s.
Nothing. 2 being my highest on that one.
Did you hear that clang though? That ching off the armour.
No, that was horrific. It does knock him back, which
Yep.
is fine. Moving on to the next combat, Dave, where do you want to start?
We'll do this combat over here with Lurtz and 2 Isengard Uruk-hai.
Nice.
So Lurtz will roll first.
Yep.
So Lurtz sets the bar with a 5. The 2 Isengard jump in and 5 is the highest there.
My goat didn't charge. No, he is only on a 2, so he does get knocked back.
So let's see if Lurtz can fell in, because Lurtz seems to be doing all the business in this game. So we have Strength 4 versus toughness 6.
Indeed, defense 6.
So, sorry, defense 6, yeah. So, we have 6s. Is it 6s? 5s even, so
5.
yeah. 2 there.
So that drags down another Goat Rider.
And then if we move over to this one here, this Goat Rider versus 3.
So Goat Rider versus 3.
Set the bar at a 5.
Again, this Goat Rider didn't get to charge, so he's only on a single dice, but he does win the fight on a 6.
So this one will get pushed that way, and so like that.
Does nothing though on a 3.
Okay, shall we move over to this lowly berserker wielding... what's the benefit of wielding double-handed, bro?
So you'll go -1 to
my fight value?
No, to your dice roll.
Oh, to dice roll.
And then you will have +1 to your damage roll.
Yeah, I think we'll take that. These are too tough to not take that chance.
Okay.
So the berserker there, he will...
I'll set the bar for you.
You're going to set the bar?
Oh, he rolls a 1. The worst possible
5s.
time, so 5 will become 4, but it's still greater than my 1.
So, strength of berserker is 4.
Defense 7,
So that's 6s.
which then become 5s.
5s. No.
Still nothing, but has knocked him back. Moving along now to 3 spearmen on a berserker and a pikeman. You're going to go double-handed again?
Yes, we'll go double-handed. So
Right.
I'll roll him separately, the berserker,
So 5 is your highest,
so far. Yeah, 5.
and I get a 6. So I'll be knocking them back. All these attacks going into the berserker. So strength 4, defense for
5.
berserker is 5. Oh, double 1 and a 3 isn't going to do it. So moving along now.
2 on 2 there.
It is indeed a 2 on 2. I'm going to set the bar. I'm going to move it to there so we can get some dice. Let's say double 5.
Looking for a 6. I get it.
Oh!
So I shove you guys back an inch. In 6s again. Come on, we can do this. No.
Okay.
So the
Into
last combat.
Final fight is Gandalf, Bilbo, and 1 Spearman versus 3
That
Uruk-hai.
pesky master burglar.
So Dave to set the bar.
We get a 6.
No pressure. So Gandalf has rolled a 4. The Spearman has rolled a 3, and Bilbo, master of burglars. Come on, Bilbo. It's rolled a 5. I think Bilbo is going to spend a point of might. He is. He's going to spend a point of might and win the fight.
What's his fight value?
Have you got anyone that can spend might?
No, I just wonder what his fight value was. But yeah.
His fight value is only 3.
Oh, and he manages to push these dudes back.
The
Terrible.
combined fight. So Spearman first, needing a 5. Does nothing. Gandalf. Gandalf is strength 4. He does nothing. And Bilbo, master burglar, strength 3. Here comes a big 6. No, nothing at all. So that is all the combat done for this turn. We shall roll for priority. It's 2. Dave, you had it last, didn't you?
I did.
So it is my priority this turn. So I'm going to go away, have a little look, and then come back with the Iron Hill movement. So the Iron Hill movement, that is completed. We've also stepped ahead and done the Isengard movement, ending the final bit with Saruman as the last model to move, who is going to attempt to Sorcerer's Blast the dwarf, and he's going to try and take into it Gandalf. So he's using 1 from the pool and 1 from his store. He's got it again.
Yep.
So it's going to be resolving strength 3 hit on strength 5 hit, sorry, on the dwarf, and strength 3 hit on Gandalf.
So 6 is on the dwarf, is it?
Yeah.
Got a 4. blasting back into Gandalf, knocking him over.
Both are prone. Taking another card with me. So a strength 3 hit on Gandalf. Nothing. But he is prone. So over to shooting.
Okay, so yet again I'm going to use Vrasku to shoot. He's going to use his final might. He's going to fire 2 shots at Dane with his... the reason I'm using the might is for his heroic accuracy. So, needing 3s. I get 2 hits.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, I choose. 4, 5, 6, you choose.
I'm going to re-roll that with my accuracy.
Oh, fantastic.
So
both,
2 hit Dane.
that is quite annoying.
It's only strength 4 though.
He is defense 8.
So it's 6s. And I do get a 6.
That will take him down to 1 wound. 1 wound remaining on Dane.
Okay, that's my shooting done.
Okay, so it is my priority. So we're going to start the fight. We're actually going to start the fight here with Dane.
Against Lurtz and the Isengard Troll.
Yes, so Dane will set the bar. 6 is his highest.
Lurtz gets a 5. Isengard Troll gets a 6.
Oh, so he is knocked back.
That's a mighty knockback.
It is indeed. So
Lurtz will swing first.
defense 8.
And Lurtz is strength 5, so I'm going to need 6s. I get a 6.
I've got to save it. It's on his final wound. So point of fate.
He rolls a
It
1.
does not. It has 1 point of fate remaining. He needs this one now.
No, he
And
doesn't
that
do
drags
it.
down Dane.
Awesome.
That drags down Dane. That is quite poignant. So we'll move now to the centre. We've got 1 charging Goat Rider. He's going to see if he can knock down the banner on a 5. He does. The banner is prone. And I didn't get the charge on the other guys.
So the prone bannerman gets a 4. And the other 3 get a 6.
Oh, that beats my highest, which is a 4. So the Goat Rider is knocked back.
The bannerman himself cannot strike any blows to harm as he's prone. But the 3 guys, they can hit him. So let's try and get some wounds in. Needing 5s or 6s?
Defense 6.
Defense 6, so it's 5s. 1.
There goes another Goat Rider.
Do you know, I think you might be almost at that point.
10, 12, 14. I am indeed. I will be, at the end of this turn, I will be broken. The force will be broken.
Okay, where would you like to go next, bro?
So, I'm going to come down to this wonderful fight down here. So we're going to go 1 Spearman on 1 Orc High, 1 Pikeman and 1 Berserker.
So the Berserker is going to strike out using his hand and half as a double-handed weapon.
I've set the bar at 6.
So he gets a
4.
4. And the other 2, 4s as well.
So I'll knock them back and attempt to strike.
Which are you striking at?
Normal guy.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
So next fight over will be 2 Spearmen on 1 Berserker.
He's going to go single-handed.
4 is my highest.
6 is my highest.
Dwarf is not back.
Strength 5, defense 8,
Defense 7.
I keep thinking it's 8, I don't know why. 6s. 1, 6.
There goes another dwarf. Another one. So moving into this centre melee now. We've got
I think
a 1-on-1.
Yep.
So I'll set the bar at 2.
I get a 3. Nothing.
It's a 1. Going to go into the next fight, which is 2 spearmen
Versus a sword
So 2
and
spearmen
pikeman.
Sword and pike. So I'll set the bar with a 5.
I get a 5 as well.
So we are joint fight value. So it is my priority. So I'll roll 1, 2, 3 evil, 4, 5, 6 good. It's good.
Ouch. So these guys get shoved.
Okay. 5s. Ooh,
Ouch.
brings down 1 Urukai. We're going into the final melee, which is quite worrying. We've got 1 dwarf prone, 1 Bilbo against 3 Urukai. So the 1 prone dwarf rolls a 3. Bilbo with a 2. Oh, this is disastrous. Well, he'd like to strike.
Did I take the wound off Gandalf last time?
You did indeed.
Okay, let's try and kill off Gandalf.
Gandalf's not in the fight.
Oh, sorry, not Gandalf, sorry, the Spearmen. So, 2.
Defense 7.
Defense 7. Strength
5.
4, defense 7. No, it's 6s, sorry, yeah, nothing.
Ooh, escaped that one. So, that is all the combat for this round.
Look at poor Grima Wormtongue, stuck back
Greenwood
there
still
surrounded.
surrounded by some Mattocks. So, we're going into a priority roll where I could really do with not getting it. So, priority roll. I get a 1.
I get a 2.
Dave gets a 2. So, Dave will be moving first. We shall be back after Dave's move. So, the Isengard have moved into position. Everything is moved that needs to move. The high crossbows have stayed where they are. Saruman is the last model to move. He's going to attempt to Sorcerer's Blast the fallen dwarf into the other dwarf, using 1 from his store and 1 will point, needing a 2. He's got it. He's got it. So how far does that dwarf move?
2 inches.
So he will crash into the dwarf, sending him 1 prone. So
6s.
Yeah. Nothing on the fallen guy.
Well, strength 5, wasn't it, versus 7?
Yeah.
But it was nothing, yeah.
Nothing. Well, there's 2 dwarf prone. So we're going to go over now to the Isengard, from the Isengard, the Iron Hills movement, but we need to start taking our break test. So I'm going to start with the dwarf down this side. So the first Mattock is Courage 4, so he is 6. He is fine. The second Mattock is not. There's 1 gone. The third Mattock is fine. The prone dwarf number 1 has fallen. He's run away. Obviously, the Sorcerer's Blast.
Crawled away.
The Sorcerer's Blast. The next prone, he has just passed. The first of the Spearmen, he has just passed. The next Spearman along, he is passed with great courage. The fourth Spearman, he is gone. That is disastrous. Into the fifth Spearman. Oh my god, the fifth Spearman has also run away. This is causing major problems. We're going to move to Gandalf. Gandalf is courage 6 or 7. This is going to be... No, he's fine, a big 10. And I know Bilbo, the Master Burger, is courage 6. And he is fine as well. So with all that, we've got to do some movement. And it's not looking good for the Iron Hills. The Iron Hills movement is over. This comes down to as soon as Dave can kill 1 more Iron Hills warrior, or Bilbo, or Gandalf, the game is over. So, shooting. Isengard.
So I'm going to measure, because I think Grima's nice and expendable. Nice and expendable. I'm going to measure and see if I can shoot those Mattocks just over there. So they are all in range. So I have 8 normal crossbows, hitting on 4s.
Oh, that's exceptional. That is exceptional. That is 7 hits.
Strength 4.
Defense 6.
So 5s.
Oh,
Would you believe from all of
not
those hits,
one.
not one? Don't worry though, we do have Vrasku. Vrasku will fire 2 shots. Hitting on 3s, 2 hits. Winning on 5s. I get a 6.
That will be enough. At the end of this turn, the game will end, but let's see how much damage Dave can do before the end. So, moving into combat, we're going to start with the 1 Spearman on the Berserker. Berserker, are you going to go 2-handed on this one?
Yes, I am, yes, yeah.
Okay. Set the bar at 5.
Yep, you got it. I got a 1 and a 3.
So,
Push him back. Try and cut him down.
no
but
one
fails
wants
to do it.
So, going to move over now to 2 Spearmen against. Oops, sorry about that. 2 Spearmen against 2 Uruk-hai. I'll set the bar.
Which one are we doing there, bro?
2 Spearmen on 2. Oh no,
No,
2 Spearmen on 1.
Yes. So you get a 6. I got a 4.
So, rallying on this last turn.
Seeing their brothers break from combat seems to have spurred them on.
Oh, drags one down.
Drags him down.
Trying to make Dave break on this turn. So, into the final combat of this round. This is a big one. This is Gandalf the Gray, 1 Spearman and Bilbo. So we'll start with Gandalf the Grey. A big 1 from Gandalf, thank you very much for your contribution. The Spearman, a big 2, fantastic contribution. And Bilbo,
You know Bilbo's going to save it.
Master Burglar. Oh, he gets a 6.
He gets a 6. So let's see what I can do. I get a 6 as well. Master Burglar though.
Oh, I'm only fight value 3, so I'm going to lose that fight. Oh, we've knocked back. Who would you like to strike at?
It's going to be Gandalf.
Go for Gandalf. Defense 6.
Defense.
Defense 5.
Defense 5. So I need 5s. Not 1.
Not 1. And that ends the combat, and also it looks like that has broken me. I'm down to my quarter strength, which means that the game is over. What we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to work out the victory points, and then we'll see you in the wrap-up very shortly. So guys, that's the end of the game. We've tossed up all the victory points, and astoundingly I managed to get a big fat 0. But Dave, how did you get on?
10 victory points.
So a solid victory to the Isengard on this game. Obviously it's the first time we've attempted to even film something like this, so it kind of changed how we're filming it as it evolved, and we found it easier or worse. Please let us know what you think of it, which bits you liked, which bits you didn't, how you would film it. Yeah, if we've missed anything, if any of the rules are wrong, please let us know, because we are going to the Throne of Skulls in December, and we want to make sure that we're like spot on for that one.
That's right. Yeah.
Really hope that you've enjoyed it, and if you do, please let us know, because we'd love to do more of these.
Absolutely.
It'd be really good. So yeah, if you could like and subscribe, as Rich always says, it always helps for us. Please comment and let us know how well we've done, and we look forward to seeing you guys again and doing some cool battle reports in the future.
Happy wargaming, guys.
Indeed. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.